NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. And big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Niners at 9-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
But once again, it's Mitchell. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Sanchez. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, here's Sanchez. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st down, it's Sanchez. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
They'll fake the give. Now Sanchez drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll run it with Coleman. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And how about finding this guy without a home? Signed as a free agent this past week.
Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure how you felt about it, but I thought he would have had a home a long time before this. And now, just find a way to put it in his hands and let him run.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Down to the 42, second down. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got some space here. He's still on his feet. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Coleman will try up the middle. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Second and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Play action. It's Sanchez. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Very much, Charles, a statement drive right there.
And
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On the counter, Mitchell. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Sanchez now to throw. And this complete to Mitchell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Sanchez. He'll buy some time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. 20. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And not much happening there. He's taken down. A late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are once again back in front. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Sanchez. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Sanchez now on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd, Sanchez. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Seconds of the first half. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Let's go. Sanchez on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Sanchez. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? And a play fake. Now Sanchez. Shoves him aside. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Sanchez. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Sanchez. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Sounds right, so
Here we go.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. I think you can at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
you just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Mitchell again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right back to Mitchell here.
A nice little juke. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, Sanchez.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They were a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Sanchez.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 10 yards away.
And the Niners are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Let's go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On third down, here's Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here we go on fourth down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Niners, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me